historian.
Ooh. Hey everyone. 'Tis a rather manageable, like 92 degrees outside right now. But we are about to have the weekend from hell. Today's actually, it almost feels cool, and I think it's because of the psychological effects. We are set to have an unprecedented weekend here in this city. The record high for the city of Portland is 107 degrees. I believe it was set 2 different times, but most recently in 1981, 30 years ago. So we could even break that. I'm not even thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 106 degrees. Like, I'm not even thinking about that because of the days that are following. We could break the record tomorrow, possibly, and I'm not even thinking about it. It was gonna be 109 degrees on Sunday. Then it turned into 112. Now it's vacillating between 114 and 115 degrees. Totally unprecedented in this town, and I'm actually really worried because one thing Portlanders are great at is not knowing how to deal with change. Like, they drive like idiots in the snow during the winter, and I'm just worried that a lot of people are gonna just be like, oh yeah, let's just go out and let's go swim it or whatever. And like, obviously the water's cool, but I'm just really hoping people take this seriously, because even I'm kind of worried. I'm like, our apartment doesn't have any AC. I get the feeling we're probably going to be spending the weekend at my girlfriend's mom's or parents' place. It's supposed to be 108 degrees when I get off at 8 p.m. on Sunday. And it was supposed to drop back. It was supposed to be like 108, 107, 108, you know, no big deal on Monday. Now they're saying Monday is going to be like 113. So like Sunday and Monday are both going to be like, this is, like, when I say unprecedented, I'm not using that word lightly. This is truly insanely, ridiculously unprecedented for Portland. And then it's going to be like in the mid 90s the rest of the week. And I'm like, whatever, we'll all be trained to deal with that by then. The end of the work day. It's about 8 p.m. It's a very gentle, breezy 88 degrees outside compared to what we have awaiting us. I was kind of excited about all this record-breaking hot weather, you know, just for the moment. And the impact of that started hitting me, and I was like, no, I don't like it. And then right as I thought that, the temperature, like, their predictions dropped. It dropped to like, like 111. It went from 115 to 111. Not exactly a big change, but I thought, oh yeah, keep dropping. It ends up being like 106 or something. And now it's back up to 115, so the dream was nice while it lasted. I'm just gonna get home and start preparing for whatever these next 3 days have in store for me. Us. Still trying to act accordingly. I'm gonna fill my jug up with some ice water when I get home. I'm gonna start making big bowls of ice to put in front of the fans to spray artificial air conditioning at us. Just cover all the bases. So I was just thinking, like, as I'm waiting for the Max, I think, because the Max always has random little problems, and it really doesn't matter what the temperature is, the Max will just have issues. And I'm thinking, like, what if, like, you know, something in the weather, like, triggers something, and all of a sudden the Maxes are broken? Because that happened to me a couple days ago. the mat, like something went wrong at a signal, and I sat here in 90-degree heat with a bunch of other people for an hour before I said screw this and called somebody. Imagine that happening when it's 115 outside. I mean, we're talking like if somebody's waiting for the max and it breaks down and somebody ends up having some kind of medical issue arise, like they'll probably sue TriMet. Like that's a big deal. This lady keeps kind of menacing me. Like I walked down here, she walked down here, I tried to walk past her and she was kind of like, it was like she was shuffling back and forth like she was trying to stay in front of me. Now she walked down there. Now she's like peering over the edge, but it's like, I went over here, she went over here, I went over here, she went over there, but now she's staying over there. It's life at the max stop. So I know usually the max runs a little slower when it's super hot, but maybe it's dipped below 90 and they're not having to do it because the max was going full speed today. Yeah, so some of the more local weather forecasts, I think it was KGW, or it may have been Channel 2, said like it's gonna barely break it. Like they're like it's gonna be 100 on Saturday, 101 on Sunday, 100 on Monday. I wish that was true, but somehow I'm not holding out for it. Even though, again, usually when they say it's going to get crazy temperatures, it never quite gets there in this neck of the woods. But considering how much I really don't want it to happen now, something tells me it'll probably happen, or at least get close. I'm just glad I'm almost home. Going to drink some tea. Oh my God, it's pretty sweltering hot. All right, how we doing? I'm making it's already iced over. I'm making some ice to, put in front of the fan at some point. Runs nice and good. Okay. I'm gonna make some more ice cubes later, but yeah, I'm gonna make a couple of these so these can be put in front of the fan. Mock AC, baby. Just woke up. It's so muggy in here. Like it's easily like probably almost 80 degrees in here. It's only like 10 a.m. Oh man, it's like everywhere. It's just muggy. It's particularly muggy out here. It's a little less so in the bedroom. I like leaving the window open at night to make it cooler in here, but now that it's gonna get hot, screw this weekend. And it's just getting started. I need to take my eye drops. It's probably one of the few times you're actually gonna see me with a shirt on, and that's only because I have to leave for work in a couple minutes. God, I remember when I couldn't handle putting eye drops in at all. Now I can do it without even having to, pull my eyelid back. You live and you learn, and then you melt. So now they're telling us around 111 the next 2 days. Slowly, what Monday's caught up with Sunday, and now it's almost like Monday's going to be hotter than Sunday. So you can't win. When you think Sunday's cooling off, well, Monday's just getting hotter, so is it really better? I don't think so. Give me my energy drinks, which I'm going to have to get so much water. Don't worry, I'm thinking about everything. So just, as you see me put all these energy drinks into my bag, that's just to keep me going. Trust me, water is not an issue. You want to see how much of a non-issue water is going to be for me this week? And This baby boy is going to be filled with great regularity. So it's a couple minutes before 11. It's about 85 degrees outside. Let's get rolling. I'm a thick-thighed gentleman. I'm one of those people that my thighs rub together a lot. So I put, deodorant there or something there to make it easy for them to move. But apparently it was so hot last night that I actually, I can feel there's a little bit of a burn between my thighs. But yeah, I feel a little burn under the thighs that wasn't there last night. So I still put some stuff on there today, and hopefully my thighs aren't on fire today. Last thing I need is anything fire related. Yeah, I'm already done. And yeah, well, the worst thing is on Monday I work 2 to 11, which means I'd be leaving around 12:45. 1 o'clock to 1:30 would be when I'd be outside. It's apparently supposed to be hovering around 110 that day too. This is kind of a therapy walk. It's more like a couple days of non-therapy adventuring. God, I just hope the power doesn't go out. If the power goes out at work, that's one thing. So if the power doesn't go out at home, because we are fried up chicken McNuggets if that happens. We'll literally just have to fill big bowls with ice and put our feet in them and then just wrap ice packs around our floor. We'd be having to go to some very archaic means to keep ourselves cool. It's just, I'm worried a little bit. Not worried. If I was worried, I wouldn't be so chill right now, but I'm a little bit concerned about, especially with how warm it was when I woke up. It was really warm in that apartment. And I let the door be open for a while last night. It's already around 80 in that apartment at 11 a.m. I don't even want to imagine what it's going to be like the next couple mornings and nights. Smile. Screw you. The one positive of this whole thing is the wind tunnel. I love how immediately you feel this cool wind through here. There's gonna be people just saying, quit telling me to smile. Oh man, again, that's another thing I'm concerned about is the Macs breaking down too. These machines are making crackling noises that I swear they've never made before. They're about to blow. But yeah, I'm gonna be very distressed. I might be getting picked up from work. Again, I'm not certain. Oh, come on! Come on, man! Oh. False alarm. It's not leaving for another 8 minutes. I wonder if they're just closing the doors to keep the heat in, or to keep the heat out.
Southeast Foster Road. Doors to my left.
Hopefully people ain't going into a panic, as they do. People just rushing this place and buying up everything. Cold stuff. Oh man, it feels so good in here. Yep. Going on my first break. It's a little bit before 2:30. It's about 98 degrees outside. So See what that feels like. Ah, I spilled drink on me. Oh, yeah, it's hot. Yeah, this ain't much better. It maybe dropped about a degree. It's pretty hot. And to think it could be about 17 degrees hotter than this. About, what, 26, 27 hours from now? I spilled energy drink on my fingers. Oh, wait, I wanna... Yeah, so I gotta... work stories, you know? Don't you dare try and park over here. I'm aware that I'm taking up a parking spot, but you have a vehicle you can be in. Look at this phone. I actually had a phone like this. It looks like the coverage of the screen has been like ripped away. Anyway, so there's a story behind that. There was these kids. What's happening over here? Apparently they mixed up some burgers. I don't know what they're talking about, mushroom burgers. So these teenagers were loitering by the back exit door, and I just let them, like, they were not making any, it was abundantly clear they were trying to sneak in. So I literally let them sweat it out, like hanging out over there. I thought I heard something. And of course, like for 20 minutes, I just kept meandering the halls, and like there was like, nothing's ending down on this side, so of course nobody's leaving. And then the moment I walk away, they sneak in through Theater 6, literally. There's a door down there way at the end. They managed to, I don't know if somebody left or they propped it open. I don't know how you could prop these doors open. They're not very proppable. And somebody radioed me like, oh, because these doors are, like, a silent alarm goes off so we know when they're being used. So of course they say, oh, the door to 6 has been open. So I run down there, and right as I walk in, I see one of them duck behind. You know, you go into the theater, you can go straight forward to your seats, or you go down this hallway and come around the other way to the seats. And so they were down around the corner, and of course I knew they were there. So I go down around the corner, I see them there, and they're like cowering. It's like, let's just be down here and be quiet. Nobody will know we're here. So I show up, and I don't even get his full sentence out. I'm like, hey, guys, I know you snuck in. And they just run past me. They shoot out of the hallway. They sprint. They literally exit the doors down here. They're just running chaotically. And they just kept running straight forward even after they left, even though there's like a street and a building over there. And the moment one of them started running, that phone fell out of their pocket. It's all jacked up. I don't even know if it works anymore. I was like, hey, is your phone? But they weren't listening. They were gone. They took off. They headed for the hills. So anyway, I mean, this could be worse. It's going to get worse. But I figure I'm probably going to be taking my half around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So when I take my half break, it's going to be literally the hottest point of the day. We'll see if we hit 107 today. Cheers. Oh, God. Just cook me on the sidewalk like an egg. You thought the sky was white, didn't you? Sun's burning my brain. Oh God, it's white again. Look at all those straggly hairs. That's not attractive. This is coming off soon. I'm getting real bored of this. FedEx, what can brown do for you? God, I'm so stupid. You ever just looked at concrete up close? Jeez, am I hot or am I high? For some reason, this is just very... trying to be entertaining. It says, scan the code, unlock a Spotify playlist. Do I look like the kind of person that's gonna wanna listen to a Spotify playlist that Rockstar created? Get out of here. It's supposed to be 100. go to, well, I was gonna say my usual spot. I guess I can still sit here as long as there's not people in their cars. I can squeeze in between you, Tesla. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. Uh-oh, the sun is encroaching on me. Oh, God. So I just achieved a rather elusive thing, at least in my workplace. The elusive extra 10 to 15 minute break. I need my hand to open this. Okay. Nice and cold and healthy-ish. Okay, so here's what I was just doing for the last 20 minutes. So, it's not even the hottest day. We had a power, like usually if we have a power outage here, it's like, pew, pew, and it's back on in like a second. This was a full like, this is about 20, 30 seconds. Hey Tesla, you wanna shut up while I'm telling my story? You Elon Musking sack of crap. There's nobody in there, right? I don't think so. Anyway. So a lot of the ushers are new. They have no idea how to deal with this situation. It's not like I have time to run up to them and be like, hey, go do stuff. So I start sprinting. And even though it's inside and it's air conditioned, I do not want to be running around today. I am sweating profusely, which begs the question of why I'm deciding to hang out here on my extra break when it's about 100, 101. Can't tell a story like 10, obviously a movie just ended and like 10 people came out here. I'm like, I don't want to be vlogging in front of you. So anyway, half the theaters like have their emergency lights on. I gotta run in and turn those off unless the theater's pitch black, in which case I need to leave them on so people aren't running downstairs and tripping and killing themselves. I have to go in and do quick announcements. Sorry, we had a power outage. The projectors will be up in a second. They're gonna pick up right where your movie left off. You're fine. We're all good. And I'm sprinting. I had to do this whole hallway of this by myself. I'm just immediately breaking out in a sweat. And then I get sent to like check some other, and then I get told I gotta go do 15. So, and I realized that nobody really bothered to go to the other side and turn the lights off because there was like 4 or 5 theaters that still had their bright lights on and the movies are coming back on. So I run to 15. A guy's like, oh, thanks for doing that. And then right as I come out, another person working here is like, do you know how to work the seats? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can fix, seat problems. So I go in there, and before I even get to the top row where someone's having their issue with their seat, someone stops me because we have this like internal Postmates thing we do now where people can order their food with like when they get their tickets, so then when they get there, we bring this, bag of food to them. So someone stopped me and was asking me like, oh, we ordered that, like it's not here, so like, is it coming? Do we need to go? And I'm like, oh, I'll go check on that for you. Then I go up and have to, and it's not just one person having a seat, all the seats are down. So, and I'm thinking, oh God, the power outage probably threw a breaker. This whole entire row so I'm like, okay, maybe it's just one. And then I go downstairs and people start flooding out of 9 and coming up to me. The seats are required. This one guy's like, no, I came here for the seat specifically. And I'm like, oh my God, I am so sorry for your tragedies. And I was literally just running around. And for like 2 or 3 minutes, I couldn't find a manager. I'm like, I need a manager. They need to know the seats aren't working. And like now it's a moment. And they managed to flip the breaker. The seats started reclining again, as far as I know. The power's going again, but just like, today's not even like the hot day. Today's just supposed to be like 106 or whatever. Like, something tells me this is gonna happen again. And I'm here the next 2 days. So, oh my God, it was just so much packed into like 15 minutes. I couldn't stop to take a breath. So I was rewarded, just like, Steve, go take another break. You've earned it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm spending it out here with you in this flaming hell that has become Portland. That Portland has become. Back to work. God, I've been out here for like 8 minutes and this is already almost room temperature. Back in the fridge with you. Oh no, the sun's probably creeping out around us. Whew. It's hot, baby. It's 102 right now, but that's like what it's gonna peak at. Now originally they were saying about 106 to 109 degrees today. But now it's stupid Tesla still humming. Humming. But it's gonna peak at about 102 today. So maybe tomorrow it'll be like 109. instead of 115. I don't know. I'm on my actual meal break now, so I'm just enjoying the heat. I'm way down here by the trash compactor where there's still, well, I got a backrest and there's still a sliver of sunlight, or a sliver of shade. Well, that sun is literally like, it's creeping. It's creeping. Alright, I'm gonna chug this down. I mean, this isn't exactly, I mean, it's cold and it's healthy, but it's not exactly gonna keep me hydrated. It's water's job. It's just a bunch of strawberry juice. So I just looked at the updated weather forecast for tomorrow. At 1 p.m. it's supposed to be 104 degrees. At 2 p.m. it's supposed to be 108, which means potentially, sometime between 1:30 and 2 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, we will be experiencing Portland history, in that it will be the hottest it's ever been here. Woo! Bullshit. It's edging even closer. Quit ruining my half. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, there's been, and of course there's been TriMet drama. Clearski the Creeper gave me I commented on one of his videos and he mentioned that there was TriMet delays. I was like, wait, what? I mean, I should be expecting that. I don't want a repeat of what happened to me last week where there was a mechanical issue and it was like 90 degrees that day and I was just sitting up there. But that could absolutely happen. That it looks like there was about 15 to 20 minute delays. It's kind of going on right now. It looks like once we hit about 6 o'clock, that should not be an issue anymore. It looks like there was like a mechanical issue with the Union Station stop just across the river in downtown, kind of screwing with everything. And that's the thing, is like, if any issues happen around Rose Quarter or Union Station, that's where like all the Maxes have to go through there. So if there's an issue, it affects every single one of them. So God, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I can call my girlfriend's parents if I'm in desperate need of a ride. That's what ended up happening last week when I was stranded. They just ended up picking me up because it's like, it's just, the Maxes just weren't showing up. And then finally after like 45 minutes, they were like, oh yeah, we'll send some shuttles out. And I'm like, screw that. I'm not waiting for your dumbass shuttles. So hopefully, like, I already know the Maxes are going to be going slow because they do that when the heat gets like this. But my hope is, you know, it hits these unprecedented temperatures. I'm hoping they don't just end up having to stop the whole thing. Can you imagine all the people that still are working and still go, you know, need to go out and are still need to take the Max and stuff, and the whole system's down and people are just getting stranded left and right in this freaking heat? That is not good for anybody. Young, old, healthy, unhealthy, it's not good for anyone. End of the work day and it's still like 97 out here. So of course there's Maxes consistently running. Like there's been one coming through every like 10-12 minutes. Till now, I asked to get off. Or I see, it says there's one 29 minutes away. I'm like, great, so I'll clock out in 10 minutes when my shift ends. And I'll have like 19 minutes. Change my clothes, have 15 minutes, perfect. I'll get there right when the Max shows up. Well, apparently 29 minutes, like, just time stood still. Because I worked like 10 more minutes. Go to leave, says still 29 minutes till it gets to this area. The Max, that is. Great day in the morning. I'm getting real. Look at the sun. I'm glad that's not all that whole white area. I'm glad that's not all the sun. That would be freaking frightening. I'm getting a little weird. I just can't wait to be on that nice air-conditioned Max. Of course, I'm bitching. I've been out of work for like 7-8 minutes after being inside. But I'll tell you what, when that power went out and I was running all over that building, that place it got AC, but man, I was breaking a sweat within like 30 seconds. So it's definitely, you can feel the essence of the warmth amidst the still air-conditioned place. God. Oh my God, I hope we don't have another power outage like the next couple of days. Even though it's a very definite possibility. Okay, I don't know. Is this like beans in a what would the yeah, those are beans. This is like chili in a Ziploc bag? Who is eating chili in a Ziploc bag in general? Who's eating chili outside in weather like this? Off of the max. Just gotta make my way home. And then we chill. Because that's really all I have the energy for. I don't know. I told my girlfriend about the bowl of ice I made in the fridge, and hopefully I've never tried that. I'm planning on trying that once I get home. The whole bowl of ice in front of a fan thing. I'm just interested. Like obviously it's explained. I know what's going to happen, but it's just there's always something better about it. Actually experiencing something directly for yourself. Prop it down, turn the fan on, be like, there ain't nothing happening. And then gradually the vapors go up in the air, and you start getting that cooler air on you, and you're like, oh man, hell yeah, brother, far out. I don't know if I'll get that lit about it, but the thought of that, getting some of that cool air blowing in my face, is feeling pretty good while I'm walking around out here. But this isn't the worst. Like, I think logically, how hot was it? Yeah, look, the maxes are so messed up. I just got off the max. There's already another max coming in. They're so just out of whack. But what was I saying? So I was thinking, okay, so it's probably going to be about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow when I get off work. Is 10 degrees warmer than what I just experienced catching the max and going home? Is that really going to be that horrible? You know, obviously, you know, some people have actual physical and medical reasons to absolutely stay out of weather, temperatures like this. But I'm just saying, for me personally, you know, I feel like in my setup, how much the weather over the next 2 days, how much it's going to genuinely affect me is really going to be based on how much I let it affect me. If I decide the moment I get outside and that hot air hits me, it's just like, oh my God, I hate this. This is terrible. Like, that's going to make it rougher. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, so how much I let the weather affect me, I think it's going to be pretty significant. No motor vehicles, huh? Well, what in tarnation do you call that thing they're riding on? Sons of bitches. I'm getting on the 911 and I'm calling the police. How dare you violate bike path laws in my town? Don't you disappear over the horizon, you son of a bitch. Anyway, I think I can hack it the next 2 days, hopefully, especially if it ends up not being quite as warm as they're predicting. Oh boy, we're about to get a taste of how hot it is in here. My girlfriend's already asleep, or at least she's trying to go to sleep. Oh man, she hopefully left the fan on in here. Could be worse. Pitch black. So I don't think she used the bowl of ice. No, she didn't use the bowl of ice. Lord knows I'm gonna. And I've got some meat and cheeses, so, and I've got, yeah, I can make it through the night because I don't want to have to cook anything. There, that's what I meant. Put the water here, fan here, And I'm like right here. That should be nice. I hope. God, we still have just stuff. Like I need to finish going through stuff. Because we've been here for like 2 months and we just kind of got stuff 80% of the way done. And then just kind of stopped. All right, there we go. We'll see how that's like. I mean, the fan enough usually works, but yeah, I can actually already notice kind of a difference. I'm gonna get another one of these going. That ice is gonna melt fast. It's probably about 85 degrees in here, I'd guess. You know, we just gotta ride the storm out. This exporting video. I mean, again, as long as I just sit in one spot and don't move, I'm hot, but I ain't sweating and dying. It just sucks. It's probably about 86 degrees outside, and it's like almost 11:30. That's what sucks is usually on these hot days, I can open that door, you know, when it gets late enough because it's, you know, it'll be like a 90-degree day and it's like 80 degrees in here, but by, you know, midnight, it's like 70 out there. So I open the door, quickly start cycling that cold air in. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna actually like see exactly what the difference is. Unplug. I have to unplug my. Oh, I thought that was a spider. That's honestly probably from my hair, because I'm getting those all the time now. God, and this is the easy day. Yeah, I want to feel what the heat is. It's actually, I think it's actually a little bit colder. So you know what? I'm gonna have the door open. Oh my God, that feels amazing. That is the greatest thing I've ever felt in my life. I drank some margarita, but that's just gonna make me hotter. Oh, my life is a lie. And just so you know, I'm shooting a lot of video for this thing. There's no way I'm gonna use all of it in this video that I'm gonna do chronicling this whorehouse of a weekend. So there's gonna be a bunch of little footage left over, and I'm gonna put all that together and put it on my Patreon. That's gonna be another extra thing on my Patreon, so there's a further reason for you to sign up with my Patreon. It's in the middle of the video, but I'm already plugged in. The link is in the freaking description with the damn video. Go to my Patreon. Even if you only give me like $1 a month, you're gonna have access to a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to post multiple times. You've heard this before, probably. Oh boy, I'm getting heated in multiple ways. Okay, so apparently I was wrong when I was saying that it was only, of course, different temperatures come from different areas, but obviously if you're in Portland, if you're way up in the corner of northwest Portland compared to the corner of southeast Portland, temperature's not going to fluctuate too much. But apparently, we hit 108 today and actually like set a new record. Today was technically the hottest day in the history of Portland. Whew. Yeah, awesome. Now, my app that I use is just the weather app that comes on your iPhone, which is admittedly not the most accurate. And I was talking to my friend at work, and I was saying, like, yeah, it's only hit like 102 today. And he was like, I saw that it was like 107. And I'm like, okay, but apparently, at least somewhere in Portland, it hit 108. And I know sometimes they take the weather up along the Columbia River. They take it in downtown. There's various different places. But apparently we hit 108 today, which actually makes me feel, for the short term, for what's going on this weekend, that actually makes me feel a little bit better that maybe, like, you know, what I thought was 102 degrees that I was feeling today while I was outside was actually like 107, 108 degrees. Because that's going to make the potential of it being like 115 tomorrow hopefully not seem quite as bad. And that could mean that, you know, when I left work and thought it was about 98, it still could have been over 100. and it keeps fluctuating. They keep dropping it down around 110, and then boom, it's back up to 115. They're saying the next 2 days it could be 115 each day. So, you know, we set a new record today, but that's the thing, is the record's only gonna last for a day. Oh man, it's sweltering. I gotta go to sleep though. I actually usually sleep well in hot situations like this, as long as I'm not too sweaty. So hopefully actually sleep will be one of the least difficult things for me to do. Oh, God. The fan just keeps blowing the hair on my face. Oh, it's not that bad. I just gotta move all my hair over here. Okay, so it's like 2:45 in the morning. I'm still gonna get decent sleep if I do fall asleep. So here's to tomorrow. Oh, this sucks. Water. Need some water in the body since it's gonna be so hot. Yeah, like, no joke. I don't know why I have the light on. But it's pretty much no matter what room you go into, it's about equal heat. I'm sure that's shut. I have this open for my girlfriend in the middle of the night, and hopefully it'll help cool off a little bit. Fan. It's okay. So I'm about to throw my shoes on and get. So it's reportedly about 91, 92 degrees. I'm about ready to go. But it's supposed to be about 100 by noon, so the temperature is going to start leaping by like 7-8 degrees in the next hour. Just one last visit to the restroom, and oh wow, there I am. And I'm gonna go. God, I'm already. That. Oh wait, that's not. I thought that was sweat over there. I think that's just from my hair. There we go. Good job. You get to come for a ride, little ice cube. Keep me a little cooler as I go. Oh man, here we go. Add to the heat. I didn't forget anything, did I? Oh man. My allergy meds. All right. Try number 2. It's honestly not that bad in the shade. This ice is already melting in my hand though. Oh no, not into the light. Whoo! Yeah, that's a little dab on the head. Oh, that felt good. You're literally saving my life right now. Rapidly melting ice cube. Ooh. Oh, that felt good. Right on the neck. The neck is a really critical spot. So if you're feeling overheated, get that neck nice and wet. I never really paid attention to that logic much, and then one day I was just sweltering at work. I don't know why. I wasn't sick, I was just hot and my face was turning red. Someone came out with a big rag that they just soaked in water, put around my neck, and I was just like, okay, I get it. It's melting too quickly, must go faster. Yeah, wind tunnel. It's being reduced to generally nothing, but just even holding this ice in my hand has been a lifesaver. I saw some guy come through here. He was on a bicycle. He had like work pants on and a dark shirt and a backpack, and I'm like, just listen to my voice. I can't even make sense of it, Scoob. Okay, there's 2 trains. Well, I mean, even if a train leaves right when I get up there, the benefit is these things are still AC'd even when you're waiting. Now, that's one of the perks for me, is I live at the start of the line. So even if I get here 10, 12 minutes before Max is actually going to leave, I can actually sit on the train inside in the AC and not have to deal with all this crap. Oh boy. Don't you leave. You wait for me. Oh, man. Just gotta get my ticket. I guess next weekend people ride for free. 4th of July weekend, son. Well, I thank you a boatload. You rock of ice. You were invaluable. Oh, my stars. Here goes nothing. Oh my God. Get me out of the heat. Get me out of the heat. Oh, my thighs are sore as crap today. Probably from all the walking. Whew. Okay, could be worse. Oh man, someone's car got put into car jail. Seriously. I don't know what that's all about either. Someone was like, I'm keeping your car till you pay your dues. Or someone was like, I really want to make sure nobody steals my car. Otherwise, it's not horrible right now. Of course, I'll see you at around 5 when I take my half. And we are at peak record-breaking temperatures. Then I'll talk to you about how not bad it is. But the benefit to that is, unlike here, where I'm still like 10 blocks away from work, if I do step outside, my nice air-conditioned workplace is right there to flee right back into when life becomes too much to handle. Got my liquids and stuff. Nothing hot. No water though. All those like packages of water that were still in there, there was a lot still in there yesterday. It is all gone now. People finally got together and actually went and just raided that whole section. Fortunately, I work at a place where water is readily accessible, so it would have just been more convenient to get a bottle. I got a bottle yesterday, but recycled it before I left because there was no room in my bag for any extra storage. So yeah, one transition. I think people saw the weather and they were like, it's only a couple of days. And then they experienced yesterday and they were like, nah, we're getting all the waters. All the waters. Come on. There's not too many cars here. It's a Sunday. Here's the thing about theater business. Saturdays, crazy. Friday, usually pretty dead till evening, 6, 7 o'clock. Sundays are the reversal of that. Sundays, if it's going to be busy on a Sunday, unless it's like a 3-day weekend, and Monday's a holiday, wherein a Sunday is going to be more like a Saturday. Sundays are usually busy in the late morning. Once it gets to be about 6, 7 o'clock, it starts slowing down, which is nice. I'm off at 8. Maybe it'll start slowing down a lot when I get off. Or maybe we'll have 7 people. We actually are going to have 7 people. It's so not busy enough to need the number of people we have, but you know what? We're all working, getting to know each other better, and we're staying out of the heat, so it's a nice atmosphere for everyone involved. There we go. Ooh. Toasty. This is good. This is gonna make being back inside feel amazing, because I gotta say, I'm starting to not feel that AC so much. So it's 106 right now, according to my app. But my app seems to be going a little low, so for all I know, it could be like 108. It's like it's hot. Well, they said it wasn't going to be as much of a dry heat today and tomorrow, but I don't know. This feels like a pretty dry heat, which is probably why it doesn't feel that horrible, because I gotta tell y'all, I'm spent. I don't know if it was just sleeping through the night in that 85, 90 degree apartment, but I woke up, was kind of okay, got ready, got to work, and I'm shot. I need a little bit of Lord give me the strength juice over here. Oh man. Yeah, today today I've hit my wall. I have to work 9 more hours tomorrow. So, yeah, I only slept about 6 hours, but I don't know. There's something about being in the heat. Like, this happens to me when I go camping during the summer or whatever, and it gets hot in the tent in the morning. When it's hot and I'm sleeping in the heat, I don't sleep as much. I don't feel the need to sleep as much. So I slept 6 hours last night and woke up feeling fine. I almost felt like I slept too much, which I didn't. I pretty much just slept by just like moving as little as possible so I wouldn't break a sweat. But it did not. Like, it was as hot at 4 in the morning as it was at 11 p.m. as it was when I woke up at like 10:30. We cut like one person yesterday and they wanted us to cut more. So it's about a 50-50 that I'm going to get cut a little early because there's 2 of us that are like openers and I'm an opener. So it's not just that I've been here the longest, but it's also like other people that get here later actually have to be here later when I'm already going to be long gone, whether I get cut early or serve my whole shift. So like I could get cut at 6 at peak heat. What's the heat like back here? Seems like this is where the wind's coming from. Oh my Lanta. It's not just, oh my god, it's hot. It's just like conglomeration of heat. Hey, free water jug with some stuff in it. Tennis ball. It's the norm. Someone tagged our building. Son of a bitch. Oh man, that is juicy. Try and drink this quick before it gets warm. Yeah, there's a flourishing wind blowing through the backside. It just smells like it's just meat cooking. Like, just animals are just cooking on the ground. There's like this burnt food smell out here. I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, it's kind of like a wind tunnel back here, but we've reached that point of heat where, you know, if it's like 90 degrees and a breeze comes through, like, oh, okay, oh man, that's kind of nice, especially if you're in the shade like I am now. But when you get to this heat, the breeze is just more of what's already hitting you. It's not good. Just remember, I'm out here for you, to bring you content that, I mean, at least in this time and place, this really isn't that inspired content, but I'm out here. Mostly because I ain't gonna be out here in my half. In my last 15, I have to go to the store. Because there's a couple things I was gonna get that I forgot. So even if I don't go home, I'm still gonna have to go on my last 15-minute break when it's gonna be like 113 out here. But that's just going to Walmart and back. And fortunately, fingers crossed, no power outages today. It's definitely slower than yesterday, but still, power outage, I don't have the energy. I can't go through that again, especially tomorrow. We're gonna be down to like just a couple of us working tomorrow. It's actually pretty razor thin staffing tomorrow, but it's gonna be just as hot. So if we have another power glitch, power situation, it's just gonna be worse because there's gonna be less people to run around. And well, yesterday I was the only one really running around. I just hope that doesn't happen again with this heat. Now I'm on my half and I'm not going outside, even though I'm upstairs where it's probably warmer. This is probably good. I need to cool off a little bit. I got a little heated earlier. I'm just kind of tired, you know, of every time there's like some extra thing to do or every time there's stuff to do, I'm just expected to do it every time. There's been a lot of standing around going on this weekend, and I know we're overstaffed, but it's just, you know, I'm just down on my knees with trash on my hands and I get chewed out because other people won't pay attention anyway. So it's probably good that I'm on my break. I also, you know, didn't sleep much last night, and I'm still very hot from what's going on. And, you know, not to play this card, but I'm the guy who's pushing 36 here. I'm almost 36 years old, and I'm having to like run all over hell and back because these like 20-year-olds can't seem to muster up the energy to do it. You know, it gets real exhausting after a while, especially when it's supposed to be like 115 degrees today. Anyway, I'll be fine. It happens at least once a month. Ooh. So according to Fox 12, it's 112 degrees outside, while everyone else is saying it's 109. So I have to at least go see what that feels like, because for all I know, I may never feel what 112. Well, never mind. Global warming. I will feel what this feels like again. Who am I kidding? But for now, it's brand new. So this is what 100 and, well, wherever Fox News is stationed. But the hot wind. This is what 109 to 112 degrees feels like. Well, not right here, but I got enough of it just going around that corner there. Whew, I had to step outside and feel what this feels like. Briefly. I mean, I don't know if it's a state of mind or what, but I still have this on. As a Portlander, I actually feel like I'm built to handle really hot temperatures fairly well. For some reason, like 98 degrees jibes with me better than like 85 degrees. I really don't know why. Oh, that is toasty though. That sun is liquefying my flesh right now. I can't see it, but it's happening. That's another reason I don't want to be out in this too long. Get my skin burned in record time. Oh, that was hot. Got a little too just. Yeah, that's enough. Like 2 minutes out here in this, and that's good. I'm good. Who are we kidding? None of us are making it out of this thing alive. Whew, tree, shade. Oh my God, it happened. I got cut at about 5:15, so it's like 5:30 now. It's peak heat. I literally have a bag of ice, like a 5-pound bag of ice,